Tonight is Men's Night. So in the spirit of Men's Night, I thought we speak a little bit about women. And more broadly, I want to speak to you men about a large challenge that we face. Not just now, but something that will be exacerbated going into the future. What I'm about to tell you is something that has a lot of hard truths in it. There's going to be a lot of facts and details that will run shivers down your spine. Anguish, fear, injustice, guilt. These are all emotions that will overrun you. Gentlemen, there are storm clouds on the horizon. Ominous ones, dark ones. And they're coming in quick. Are you prepared? I don't know. By the looks of you, I'm not sure. But don't worry, we'll find a solution to this problem. What is this tremor that's coming towards us? This thing, entity that will strike fear in all of our hearts. Not now, but going into the future. This thing is a woman. The woman is on a destructive course to take control of everything professional and personal in a man's life. Okay, yes. Now more than ever, women are earning more, they're wielding more political influence, and they're dictating decisions that were traditionally made by the man of the household. Got to get my crutch here. They do this in addition to the traditional household duties that we've all come to know women to handle quite well, cooking and cleaning, as well as raising children. So as women take on an increasing load of responsibilities, what does that leave to us men? They're taking on our work, our professional and personal lives, and running the household. We're becoming irrelevant. We might as well just play Xbox all day. So now that we've set the stage for this, let's talk about some real-world examples that demonstrate what's going on. So on a professional level, women are taking an increasing amount of jobs from men. This is a terrible trend. In 1950, 30% of women were engaged in the workforce participation rate. Now, in 2012, they're at 67%. Let's take a look at men. 1950, we have 92%. 2012, we're at 71%. So obviously, women are taking market share, essentially, from men. So that leaves you on the couch to play Xbox, right? Even more worrisome is that women are taking the top spots in corporations. CEOs, board members, these women are showing up in increasing numbers. Carol Bartz, she was actually terminated recently, but at the top of her game, she was making $47 million. Irene Rosenfeld at Kraft, $26.3 million in 1 year. Pepsi, Indra Nooyi, $16 million. Essentially, in addition, so female CEOs, on average, are making $16 million a year. Men are making $10 million a year, on average, their counterparts. Women, during the recent downturn, have seen increases in salaries of 30%, while men are going down at 4% rate. By 2024, the average woman will be making more than a man. What the heck? And it doesn't stop there. Personally, women make 82% of all the household decisions. We all know that they manage the toilet paper and the groceries, but they also manage the decision to purchase vehicles. So that Mazda MPV that you thought, that minivan you thought you were buying with the upgraded moonroof package, no. That was her playing mind games on you to think that you bought it. 4 cylinders ain't gonna cut it, buddy. 62% of consumer electronics decisions are made by them. They buy flat screen TVs just to placate you. So now that we know the problem, how do we resolve it? I like to take my cues from ancient Greek mythology, the Odyssey, the story of Odysseus. After he sacks the city of Troy and grabs Helen, on his ride back he was warned of the island of the Sirens. The Sirens were women who would sing these beautiful melodies and bring in the mail, such that he'd crash a ship on the rocks and they could take him prisoner forever, right? Knowing this and being warned of this, he had his crewmen put wax in his ears. They also tied him to the mast of the ship. As they approached the island of the Sirens, without a doubt they started singing. Despite the wax in his ears, he just became controlled by them, but good thing he was tied to that mast because he didn't give in. As the crewmen rowed and rowed and rowed, they made it by, but just barely. He almost was on the brink of insanity. In this case, he had a plan. He was focused on making it through. A more contemporary solution, I don't know if you all remember American Beauty, Kevin Spacey opens up as a suppressed, just downtrodden man, controlled by his wife, controlled by his boss. You know what he does? He extorts his boss, gets a job at McDonald's, buys him also a car, and starts working out, right? This was him. He didn't have a strategy in advance, like in the Odyssey. In this situation, his man instincts came through. He was a happy dude after that. So going back, now that we understand the issues, and we know plans to address them, we need to in order to resolve the challenge of women taking over, we need to understand the issues and apply an appropriate solution. Yes, the storm cloud's on the horizon, men, but when that storm hits, we will be prepared. We will be buckled down to defend against the onslaught of women. By 2024, I don't want to see our salaries overwhelmed by women. On that note, stay focused.
The music's fine. I love red wine.
Me too.
Diesel. Alright, so continuing on with the hangman game. 5 more tries.
Oh.
Raise your hand. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
N.
What was that?
N.
M.
What kind of pathetic,
John.
L. Yes.
Joe.
Yes. R.
R.
Nice.
Hey, Z.
Z.
Zane.
Thanks for the translation.
David. Tape you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
P.